my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child! Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fancy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, naps, trifles, nosedays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevalence in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou built my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my noble lord, be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her. We shall either be to this gentleman, or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
And what say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties today, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this time, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father look but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I may bold, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case. For I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood, to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwishing yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day, betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy praise title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Why? Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and was mine, my love shall render. But she is mine. In all my right of her, I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes in every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius's, and, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Neater's daughter Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess, I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to spoke thereof, but my mind being overfull of self-affairs, did lose it. But come, Demetrius, and Aegis, go along. I must confer with you nearly of something that concerns yourselves. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will. Else the law of Athens yields you up to death or to a vow of single life. Come, Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegis, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you merely of something that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
One I'll slay you, ever slay of me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto these woods, and here we are in one within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I not in place to tell you that I do not nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me as like your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worse a place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look at you.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face, and therefore I think I am not in the night, nor not this wood-black world of comfort, for you and my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I will run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest have not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase, bootless speed, and cowardice pursues and power flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go, or if thou follow me, don't believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast a flower there?
Go!
Stand at my peril. I alone will go.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my apparel, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Hot with salt tears. So, mine are oftener washed than hers. No, no, I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me do run away for fear. But who is here? Lysander?
Oh, I rebuke you, him that loves you so, with breath so bitter under bitter foe.
No, I betide that I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain him in his sleep, being more shoes and blood, plunge in the deep, and kill me too! It cannot be that thou hast murdered him. So should a murder look so dead, so grim?
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced right through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou draggest me past the bounds of men's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Thenceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once, tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou look upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch, did not a word, an adder do so much?
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
Pray thee then, tell me that he is well.
And what should I get there for?
Privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There's no following here in this fierce vein, so here, therefore, I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love to from some true love's sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turn and thou false true.
Fatal rules.
About the wood was swifter than a wind, and Helena of Athens looked thou fine. I'll fancy sick she is pale, slug, with sighs of deer that cast the fresh of deer. By some illusion bring her here. I'll charm his eyes again he do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than the arrow from the target's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, picked with Cupid's archery, sweet an apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the band of the sky. When she do appear, beg her of her remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fun pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they cause will cause Demetrius awake.
Then we'll to at once move on. These things that need be best sport alone, and the things do best please me that befall preposterously. Why should you think that I should rue and scorn? Scorn and tuition never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep.
Do advance your cunning more and more. When truth tells truth, oh devilish shall we pray. He's gone for Hermia's. Will you give her ore? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind now you give her ore.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess nymph, perfect divine. Chrysalis money, oh, painted Joe. Lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. Oh, let me kiss this princess, of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see your all bent set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? But must you join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use the gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my heart, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals, and love Hermia. And now, both rivals to mock Helena? A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin, and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, of Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is none. My heart to her, but as guest wife sojourn, is now home returned to Helena, there to remain.
Helena, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide dear. Look what I love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night. Not from the eyes, so to take the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found mine ear, I think it brought me to thy sound. But why, kindly, didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay? Whom love doth press to go.
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, though would not let him bide, fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekst thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
Speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Oh, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me.
Injurious Hermia,
Most ungrateful maid, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is it all forgot?
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do.
I say I love you more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Wait, no.
Lysander, what do you cancel this?
Away, you Ethiop!
You're a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat! Thou bird, vile thing! Let loose, or I'll shake you from you like a serpent.
Why are you becoming so rude? What changes this sweet love?
I love out, Tawny Tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine, hating potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, Sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, but I see the weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh, Lord, choose my love. And not I, you, or not me, Lysander? I despair now.
I, by my life, I never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, without a hope, of question, of doubt, be certain that I do nothing. It is no jest that I do hate thee and love Helen.
Oh, me, you juggler! You can't go off! Why so, eh? That way goes again. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures, she hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height pursuit, she hath prevailed within. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails reach into thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not harm me. I was never cursed. I have no gifts at all in Jewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again!
Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I ever worked in God of Hermia. She never keeps your counsel, never wronged you. Say that, and now unto Demetrius, I told him yourself unto this wood. He followed, for love I followed him, but he had God and frightened me, to spurn me, strengthen me, nay, to kill me too. You will let me quiet go, to Athens will I bear my folly back, and no more. Let me go. How simple and how fond I am.
Why can't you go on? Who is sent?
A foolish heart which I leave here behind.
What, Lysander?
With Demetrius! Ah! Careful, Demetrius!
She shall not harm me, Helena.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again! Nothing but love and little. Why will you suffer to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You witness! A ignorant not blaspheme! You fiend! You anchor!
You are too ambitious, and the likes that scorns her services. Let her alone speak not of Helena, for if thou dost intend never to show so little love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek, by jowl!
You, mistress, all this coil is wrong with you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, I. No longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine may be quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed
much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen I am in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Find me if thou darest. Well I wot thou runst before me, shifting every place. Where art thou?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockest me? Thou shalt buy this dear. If ever I my face by daylight see, faintness constricteth me. And lay me down onto this cool bed, and by this approach look, be visited.
A weary night, a long and tedious night, await my hour. Shine comforts from the east that I be back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest, and sleep, which sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while for mine own company.
Yet but three, come one more. Truth both kinds make up four. Here's the maiden, cursed and sad. Cupid is the neighbor's wrath, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so low. The devil few and torn with fears. No for the crumb, no for the go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander, they meet a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady. And in the country proverb known that every man shall have his own in their waking, shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, the man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Saint Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? The hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity.
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half waking, half asleep. But as yet, I cannot truly say how I came to be here. But so bethinks me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the Athenian law.
Enough! Enough! My lord, you have enough. I beg the law. The law! Upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated me. You of your wife, and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of this spell. Of this their purpose hither to this wood. Dying fury follow them. Fair Helen then fancy follow me. But my good lord, I will not by what power, but by some power it is. My love of Hermia melted as the snow. To her my lord was put up as I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. And like in health that I wrote this food, as in sickness comes my natural pace. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegis. I will overbear your will. For in the temple, by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn. Our purposed hunting shall be set aside. But away with us to Athens, 3 and 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta. You!
seems that yet you sleep, you dream. United good the Duke was here and bid us welcome?
Yea, and to my father. And to Potter.
And he did bid us follow him.
Why then, we are awake. Come in. By the way, let us recount our dreams.
Tis strange my beast suspect his lovers.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is, the madman. The lover, all is frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. And the poet's eye, in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks have strong imagination, that it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or, in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear.
But all the story of the night was over in their minds, so transfigured together. More cease than fancy images, and close something of great constancy. But, howsoever strange and happy.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy, and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Wait your royal walks, your bed, your board.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after-supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostratus.
Here, my Theseus.
Say, what abridgments have you for this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile this lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a great company's words aright. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Will none of that. That have I told my love, in glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy Bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last to conqueror. The thrice 3 muses, mourning the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with the nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love, Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief, why that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
There is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known to play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long. It is tedious for us all to play. There is not one word apt, one play or figure. Tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus there and doth kill himself, which I must confess, when I saw rehearsed, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears. The passion of loud laughter never shed.
And what are they that you play?
Hard-handed folk that work in Athens here, which never labored in the mines till now.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing, nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and kind of full pain to do you service.
I will hear this play. For never anything can be amiss when sinfulness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I would love not to hear wretchedness or chargesomeness or mismanagement.
Fear not, my sweet, you shall see no such thing.
She said they can be nothing of this kind.
Then the kind are we, to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Trust me, sweet.
So please your grace, the little lady's address.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our simple skill. It is the true beginning of our end.
Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we these solemnities, with nightly revels and new jollity. Come, Hippolyta.
Now the hungry lion roars and the wolf howls the moon, whilst the heavy cloud snores, all with weary time. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding than a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest buck, if we have unearned luck, so to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call, and so good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.